Share your screen.
Okay, so Ms. I have a motion to start the meeting. Good evening, Jennifer Malsby, welcome.
We have to accept the agenda.
If we can motion to start the meeting and accept the agenda, please.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you. And we will speak with three applicants tonight, so hopefully, I think our last applicant will be late, so good. We're gonna start with 200 Central Park West. And you can, we can introduce yourselves and then we can have you share your screen and we can start your presentation.
Sure. So thank you so much for having us. My name is Doheny Sampor. I'm the Director of Government Affairs at the American Museum of Natural History. And today I'm going to be presenting along with my colleague, Robert, who's the Senior Director of Construction at the museum, and then Jack, who is the architect on this project as well regarding our project 3A. So we came before you about 2 years ago to discuss our roof project, which is replacing the historic roofs along 77th Street. Many of those shingles are the original tiles from over 100 years ago. We've been really fortunate to have city support again for this ongoing roof restoration project. And this phase, we're looking to replace the roof of 3A, which is on the interior side of 77th Street. This actually offers a unique opportunity for us in terms of space management, in the sense that there is an air handling unit right below the roof, which is really prone to leaking, and especially right below in our exhibition hall for advanced mammals. So there is facade damage there, as well as, some possible collections that could be damaged due to the leaking roof. So we're seeking to actually place that air handling unit up on the roof and upgrade it as well. And it will allow us to actually use that space that it's now occupying in that area to go back to scientific research at the museum.
Okay.
Here to see some slides?
Yes.
Great.
See if I can. There we are. Share.
So this is the facade of 77th Street.
And maybe just for some context. If you go back one slide, Jack, just to orient people to. So this is section 3 of the Caddy Bergency 77th Street facade on 77th Street, building 3. And what you're seeing beyond, as Doheny described, is the roof line of building 3A. It's a separate building built in 1973. So it's not associated with the Caddy Bergency building. It's the building beyond it that the equipment is being relocated from building 3 onto the roof of building 3A.
And that's what 3A looks like now, brick with a railing.
Building 3A right now is a part of the,
I wouldn't use this picture to
Yeah.
depict what it looks
Okay.
like right now.
All right, I'm under. Okay,
Yeah. There's a
Right.
lot of slides.
sorry.
Okay.
So this is the current state of the building on the left-hand side. Where you can see the roof of 3A, and then you can see that little blue rectangle indicating where it is on a larger campus map along 77th Street.
But is that,
sorry,
There's 3A.
is that actually the roof of three
That's
or
building
that's
3.
three?
No.
it's building
So you
3.
can't actually
Yeah, you
see
can't
from
see
the
it.
street, yeah, okay.
And so this depiction, you can see it right behind where the roof of 3A is in the dotted blue line.
Move your cursor on it, Jack.
I don't see that blue line.
Yes.
Right, okay.
And then once again, the campus map on your right-hand side.
AI generated content.
Keep going.
And then this is what the proposal would be of placing the air handling unit on top of 3A and then the enclosure around it as well, which you can see it's above the historic rail line of the current building, so it will be visible from the street.
So the whole long white rectangle is, the proposed air handler?
Yeah, just to clarify.
Correct.
This is a mechanical room that's gonna house the transition from the ductwork from the air handling units that go behind it into the building. And then this is the architectural treatment that we're gonna show you tonight.
And you're gonna give us the dimensions?
Yes,
Material.
yes. Yes.
As-
So, oh, go ahead.
Oh, no, you
please.
go.
No,
No,
go ahead.
no.
Go ahead.
So then this is a depiction of where it looks like right now when you look at building 3. And then this is what we're anticipating the sight line will be with the air handling unit and the enclosure and behind 3.
So you won't see any of the mechanical equipment. You will see this mechanical enclosure that's on the south side of.
That in the prior slide, or one of them just before was shown as like a big white thing, but that's what this is. It shows here as. sort of
Well, it was just,
greenish, but-
right,
Yeah.
that is just an abstract.
Yeah, I understand.
Yeah, yeah. Is that a railing in front of it?
It's
Or
a
is that
solid,
the-
isn't it?
The back-
It's
the
a
buffer.
solid and that's just the joints in the metal panel. That,
And it's showing as greenish. Is that intent or?
The intent is to have a light gray material, so that it basically applies the color scheme that exists at the museum on several of the screens or mechanical devices that are on roofs. So we're really trying to maintain the same character on the roof as exists.
Sorry, Jennifer, we really should let them. do this one.
Clara, I know you're gonna ask this question, I'll just try and make it quick. The reality is, we are pretty confident that a small portion of this enclosure will be visible from street level. We are not at this time 100% sure as to whether it's gonna be 1 feet that's visible
Yeah.
or 3 feet that are visible.
Yeah,
But we're talking that range. We're
thanks,
not
Ken.
talking 15, 20 feet above where, so
Yeah.
there will be an opportunity. We do think that you will see a little something.
Thanks. Yeah, we split up our responsibilities to look at projects in advance. This was mine, and I went by and what I saw, well, I didn't see a mock-up or nothing that was orange in a mock-up, and you've confirmed there is none, so that's already a possible issue for us in terms of moving ahead. But, what I did see, I thought today, is aside from a ton of construction stuff, scaffolding and a ton of stuff up there, temporary stuff. Otherwise, the current, facade looked absolutely had nothing interfering with the pristine nature of the facade right now.
Yeah, I mean, we would like to be able to do such mock-up, but because of the construction that we have on the roofs right now, we cannot. And due to weather, especially for next year, and we do not want to deconstruct the scaffolding that is already out there for cost
Of
reasons.
which there's a ton.
It's difficult for us to do a pure mock-up that you might want, but, there are alternative ways that we might be able to do something that I think Jack and Robert can address a little later. But to do that at this point, Gloria, it's not in the cards just because of the construction. that's
Yeah,
going
let
on.
me just ask you, Dan, about the at this point part. Do you think you will ever be able to do a mock-up in time to have us and LPC look at it before it has to come before the commission?
Well, we plan on going to the commission next month.
So there will not, in that time frame, be a mock-up.
Correct.
So at this point, Dave, you don't know the exact height
We
that
have-
this is gonna be, or you do?
We do,
We
and
do.
you'll see in the documents that we did a resurveyed the entire property and all the heights. And we have reconfirmed what we believe that we would see. So we would believe that we'll see about 18 inches above the ridge line, which is what the renderings reflect.
Walking eastward what I did, I walked all around Central Park, opposite Central Park West, et cetera, but certainly I thought probably the most prominent view of this was going to be walking eastward along
You would.
77th Street.
Yes.
Yeah, correct. I think if we advance to the slides that show the sightlines, it would be probably most helpful in answering your questions, but when we examined and went through, the process of designing the system, obviously, we were, asked Jack and his team to be extremely focused on what is the absolute, minimum height that's required to make the system functional. This is a high performance museum collection system that's going up there. So there are certain requirements about the size of the ductwork, which is what makes the size of the mechanical room that's on the south side what it is. We relocated the mechanical equipment itself to the north, out of sight. So we examined all the different views. You cannot see it from Central Park West. There is a 2-foot gap that if you stood in the right place and we chopped all the trees down on 81st Street, that you might catch a sliver of it from back there. We did look at that. But you're exactly correct that the most prominent place you would see is if you put your heels against the facades on the south side of 77th Street, you would see this 18-inch strip above the ridge line. When you cross the street to the museum side, it's invisible.
That was my next question.
Or you think it will be.
No, we know it's invisible from our side of the street.
Sorry for all the interruptions, guys.
Oh, no, it's all good. So these are some views along Central Park West. We started from the southern point at P7, really where you first get a glimpse of building 3A, and then move north to P12, which views building 9. That is just beyond that is building 3A. And that little peak of a building that you see in 12 is the existing mechanical penthouse
Mm.
for the elevator that's in building 9 currently. So that is not part of anything that we are proposing. And then these next slides, when we also walked around the site, we recognized that there was a little slither that was possible. And so we took a series of photographs, and as you can see, unless the trees get chopped down, which of course no one would ever suggest that.
Not gonna hear it from us, that's for sure.
Parks would have a say for sure. But you can't really see through even the trees without leaves on them through to that area.
Where are we looking at here?
This is right across the street from the plaza of the Rose Center. On
Okay.
the north
Oh,
side,
the north side. Oh,
on
81st Street.
81st Street,
Oh, okay.
Right by the bank.
right, so. This is 81st Street. Rose Center is here. And the
All right.
plaza is here.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so there's a little small slither that. And we believe what we believe you'll see is 3A, not any of the work that we're doing. We believe that it's in the studies that we've reviewed, it's all to the east of our study.
Okay.
Then again, back to the existing condition. And then what we understand to be the peak ahead of our little mechanical bulkhead, which that slither represents about a little less than 18 inches right now.
Which is what you think it will look like from the south side if you're backed
Correct.
up against the Historic Society.
Correct.
Um,
And that's with your back against basically of all of those facades. And there is, for the most part, along that whole side of a planting bed of about 5-7 feet that you never really get back to, at the edge of the building. But we wanted to make sure that we were on the most extreme.
And you said what you anticipate, is this gonna be painted metal in a grayish or grayish brownish?
A
Color.
light gray, which we can show you
Why,
some.
why does what looks at somebody correctly, fluffily asked why it looks like a railing, and why such prominent joints and that look like metal?
I think those joints
Railings,
will likely be less visible. And we
Jack,
can
why don't
work
you-
on our,
Jack, why don't you explain
Yeah.
the rationale behind why it's not blending in with the slate and why we're giving it a different look?
right. One of the, on the joints, yes, I think that we can certainly receive those more. I think the rendering is just showing a little bit heavier joint. We don't want any of this to really, we want it to disappear. And I think one of the things that we were very conscious of is to make sure that this addition to 3A, this mechanical bulkhead, was not part of any vocabulary of 3A, of building 3 at all. So we had conversations about that building being copper and so, and maybe even red slate, but we decided with the museum that it was not proper for us to try or even attempt to blend with the building 3. We wanted it, if at all possible, to have it totally recede into the sky, and not be a part of anything that is forward.
All the mechanical bulkheads that are currently in that zone on building 20, the science building further to the north are made out of the middle gray metal panels, which we intend to match.
Did you have any look or possibility of making it maybe bigger but flatter, and getting the same internal volume and achieving what you want mechanically, but with a shorter height?
Yeah, we're tying into existing air shafts that run the 11 stories. And so we were restricted as to where the ducts can enter the building, but we did everything possible to minimize the dimensions of the ductwork, but still have the airflow required.
And that was also part of the roof configuration, was to really try to minimize any of that visibility as much as possible.
How far back is it from the edge, from the?
From the front facade
From the facade of 3A
Yeah.
or 3?
it's right on the facade of 3A, essentially. The ductwork and the shafts that Robert was just mentioning are actually on that south side of the, of building 3A.
That's an interesting question, Jay asked. So you could not reroute or do elbows in the ducts to move this whole thing a bit further back on 3A?
No,
The ductwork that runs through the building, which we're
Yeah.
not reconfiguring,
Right.
is already running in those areas. And so to reconfigure is a wholesale change of ductwork through the building, or at least through the first 3 floors or the last 3 floors, which really interferes with quite a bit of scientific research, lab space and offices and lab supporting spaces. And so this is a little bit of an enlargement to see, and that dimension that we were talking about is, actually, I think we have one more that shows this. But you can see here the mechanical penthouse there on the left is both housing all the ductwork, but it's also return air for the system. And
So-
it distributes back out to the air handling units, which are on the north side.
So is this, if that's the thing right there on the left end, which is the south end, is it a slanted or chamfered slanted roof? So that the lowest part of the structure is facing south, and is that the roof of it?
That's
When I say
correct.
roof, I mean top.
Yes, that leading edge is that southern leading edge of that sloped roof.
So
That's
what
correct.
would be visible would actually be all the way up to the top of the sloped roof, or just?
no, you're
Just-
only gonna
just
see,
this
you're only
edge
gonna see
here.
the vertical surface.
Right,
That's the slope of the
Yeah.
roof is designed, so you will only see the
Oh, I know.
continual
right.
I know.
vertical surface.
Jennifer? Do you want to see if, I mean, I think we've beaten these people to death. Do you want to see if anybody from the community wants to ask?
Is there anyone from the
Oh, hi.
community that wants to testify? Is there anyone online? If you're online and want to testify, can you raise your
Yeah,
hand,
just
please?
Paul here.
I see, I don't have any questions.
I think Paul's the only other person here. Paul. Oh, there you are. Hi,
Yeah,
Paul.
to give my support. It sounds like they did a lot of good work here.
Okay.
Right.
Great.
So
Thank
this is the mechanical device, screening devices that exist on the campus. And this is the color that which has been approved by the landmarks and by the community board in the past. And so we don't want to reinvent what already is part of the campus in this particular area as well, so.
But we can, coloration, we can play with that.
Right.
As you said before, Jack, making the joints a little tighter, we can do that. We're talking, they did a lot of work to get this to a point where it has very little impact from the sightline. And as an institution that has been around for 160 years and having to knit together a system of 24 interconnected buildings, this institution has become the exemplar in the city of a historic complex, reducing its energy footprint. And by adding the structure on the top of 3A, further reduces the museum's capacity to reduce its carbon footprint and greenhouse gas emissions, and saving the city millions of dollars a year in energy and steam costs.
Good on
So,
it.
Yeah.
So, we're really just trying to take advantage of this unique opportunity while we're redoing the roofs and protecting the collections as well.
Yeah, so on this slide, you are showing, for your materials, a railing and a reflective aluminum. Is that railing part of what would be visible?
And only the color of the shark gray or whatever finally is that color
Mm.
is what we're discussing.
And we have that sample.
And we have, right,
So you're talking about the matte finish, this one?
that's correct.
Any other questions? No. Okay, I'm sorry I showed up late. Think this is a great application. I would support this.
Thank you.
We having discussions?
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I
That's
know.
our
just one
discussion.
discussion. Yours.
I would agree. I think it's well thought through and
I'm fine.
Well,
Matt,
Matt,
I agree. Very, very well thought through.
well, I find it a little more difficult.
Congratulations on all the energy saving too. Thank you.
Yes, for
that's
sure.
part of preservation for sure.
I find it more difficult because, which is not to say I necessarily reach a different conclusion, but having, walked along today and seen the pristine view, and it's gorgeous, of the entire south facade that is not compromised with anything showing above it right now. And I'm also, I don't think there's any good solution to this, but we have not seen a mock-up. We won't be able to see a mock-up. You want to get to NPC, that's an understandable thing. We have often, including a couple months ago, said to somebody, come back to us when you've got a mock-up so we can see what it really looks like. That given all the construction and how long it's going to take you right now, it sounds like within any reasonable period of time, you're not going to be able to do a mock-up. So we have to, if we choose to, reach our conclusion without our recommendation, without having the benefit of a mock-up.
Well, if I may, Jack, if you can put back up on the screen to Dan's point earlier.
yeah, I think the other difference here also is that oftentimes we've asked a mock-up if they've said that it won't be visible. I think here the applicant has been very
Yes.
clear saying like, it will be visible. So I think to me, that's why I was like, You know, if you guys had said it's not gonna be visible, I'd be like, okay, like prove it.
Prove
But
it.
here you said it is
Well-
visible and we accept that, and I'm not gonna be treading into those planters on
Jack, if you can
77.
put the comparison
Oh,
back up,
I took it down, sorry.
if we can just put
Yeah.
it back up,
Well-
we can explain, because
Yeah.
the same question was asked in a pre-brief to LPC.
Mm.
And because what you saw today is a 5-foot tall structure, a white structure, which is an enclosed scaffolding, because the south facade of 3A has been replaced with a slate. So what we are able to do, and we are working on right now, is to project a line on that structure that you saw, that white structure that you saw above the ridge line, to show you just how high it would be. And we hope to have something in place early next week that people will be able to look at.
And do you have an actual date at LPC?
Yet, no.
No,
Because,
Because
you know,
we-
it has to,
we're working with LPC to determine whether, at the end of the day, this will be a staff level review or a public hearing.
well,
So that is,
but you know, if it is a public hearing, which is presumably, we're working with it tonight, it has to be after our next full board meeting, which is.
Yes.
Yes.
May,
Yeah.
whatever that is.
At the next one, I think, for LPC public hearing, we're aiming for May 14th.
but we would have been here whether it was a public hearing or not.
No.
Because, I mean, we did, you know, when we came to you 2 years ago, it wasn't for a public hearing, it was a staff level review, but we wanted to make sure you guys were informed as to what we were doing.
Well, to conclude our comments, and I think I was the last, I am prepared to say yes on this, so that would make it unanimous. However, I think we have to remove the last bullet point, because we don't know. We haven't seen it. It isn't there. There's no mock-up. I don't in any way question the, you know, veracity or good faith of what people are telling us, but the fact is, we haven't seen it, can't
Can
see
you
it.
propose some alternative language?
And did you say that within the next, before the May 5th is the full board meeting? And that's when it will be rolled up by the full board at that time. You would share photos of the line that you are suggesting?
Yeah, we can get you guys out there within 2 weeks.
I mean,
Yeah, I
you know,
don't think, I think.
It's not gonna be, but just so you know, it's not gonna be a full mock.
Mock-up.
No, I think literally all people are looking for is just a photograph of it. And if you can provide us a photograph by May 5th, we can add a sentence to this that says, this is contingent on a
or I
photograph.
think I have another
Yeah,
suggestion for you on that. But,
Yes.
you know, I guess I would just add, hey, this is the Museum of Natural History. We're not expecting anything fast and loose from you guys. We have a lot to see.
Is that your language that you're messaging?
We've done fast and loose a lot, but not from you, I don't think.
No, but if it's available, we've asked
Adam,
other
I would
applicants
suggest
just to
aside from-
confirm. about-
LPC has asked for
Yeah.
something similar, so we're.
Aside from the
For
editing
sure, it'd be
things
great
that
to
I
have some.
sent you yesterday that
There,
you've not
that'd be great.
incorporated
I did
yet.
incorporate it.
You
Sorry.
did,
Thank you.
okay.
Okay.
Now
You got
you
it.
still say the street and you
It
still.
doesn't. This is the old
You-
version, if you would look.
Oh,
at it.
okay. I'll have to see if I can read that. I just had eye surgery, so I have to see what
I
I can.
apologize.
Oh, public thoroughfare, love it. Okay.
Thank you.
I think what you might say, Adam, if we really want to be,
I mean, I don't, but if you want to be, I'm happy to
Well,
take
let me
your
suggest.
suggestion.
might say, the applicant has stated that it has not been practical to build a mock-up of this proposed structure in light of extensive ongoing, I won't be faster. I think mock-up is one word, structure. In light of extensive ongoing adjacent roof work. You'll clean that up.
Good.
In light needs to, is two words.
Sure, perfect. And not to disagree with you, Clary, on anything, but the idea that we have to capitalize
fear of
individual
the,
landmark when it's not a proper noun, I
Well, it's a
humbly
defined
disagree.
term. It's a defined term in New York City landmark law.
I'm talking about the
Okay.
English language.
Okay, let's see. So stated. So, a comma. But has advised the committee that it anticipates that the proposed structure will be minimally visible. Will be, right, will be only minimally visible from certain vantage points.
Why don't we be specific?
I don't think,
I'm getting there, vantage points on public thoroughfares, comma, primarily West 77th Street. How, does that fly?
that's fine, okay,
Something. Initial cap on street, please.
yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so
Is that-
We voting? Are we voting?
yeah,
We
I
did.
just saw your hand go up. Yeah.
I didn't hear anybody.
Sorry.
We'll take care of it for you.
Yeah.
Bye-bye.
Feel better.
Oh, no, I'm fine, she's the one that's sick.
Dan.
Yeah.
Adam, sorry, I was late.
Pleasure to meet you.
Thank you, Jennifer.
Thank
Take care,
you.
Daniel.
Thank you for all your
Thank
work and
you.
preparation for this. I appreciate
thanks.
it.
Good to see you.
All right.
All right,
Thank you
good
very
night.
much.
Hopefully it warms up for everybody.
Thank you. Please.
It's always a pleasure to see you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Good night, guys. Stay warm.
Yes.
Although it's spring, everyone was cuddling outside.
82 or 84 next week.
So Danny and Jameis, sorry, is there, hi, welcome.
Danny.
Very nice to,
Yeah, nice to have him in person.
Great.
thank you for
That
being
was
here.
better.
I'd like to put this sample here.
Are these real bricks?
Yeah,
Ooh, heavy.
and then I print out some of the facade pictures here. Should I put it here or?
And Alon, Jonathan, you're here online. Are you here? Oh, never, mind, Jonathan, you're here for the next presentation for 140. And Alon, are you here for something else? If you want to raise your hand, if you want to speak, if you're here for 35 West 83rd or the other.
Yeah, we have. Great.
Put my laptops, because I need to log in and
Yes,
then.
yes, please,
Okay.
please, thank you.
I might need the password to the Wi-Fi.
Yeah.
I wrote it down right there.
Oh, right here. Okay.
I'm using the backup one.
As long, whatever works.
Yeah, it works. Oops. There you go. There's backup CV7. There you go. Thank you.
I made my place today, yes, I don't have chips.
Oh, that was a fairly good day.
Yes.
Yes.
Very tall. I did kind of, I'm not, they'll have to explain what it is.
I couldn't tell if it's.
Well, that's the tall part.
I feel like that really.
Yeah, there's that part, but there's also a lower part that you can start to see from certain angles. This you can see on the other side of the street for the entire block.
Jay, with this one, OJ?
No,
Oh, different.
less.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's very forward. Oh,
Yeah, I couldn't tell. Like that, whole things, you know, yeah.
Yes.
It's just like a big
Yeah.
screen.
Yeah. Thank you, Alan. Any, you're good?
Yes, I'm logging in, and then,
Okay.
yep, okay, like, so.
I want to say a shout out to Alex and the tech team that,
Save us.
well, sometimes it's like just one button and then it all works. And then when it doesn't work, there's a problem. When it works, it's like, it's amazing. It works. All these things.
I've lost my raise hand function on this. I don't know what I did, what happened to it.
That's, you can just talk, Madge, because you're a panel.
Yeah, you don't.
But it also may be hidden under, what's that button that appears at the bottom? That is a
Share?
direction getting to understand reaction or something like that.
Yeah.
Great, Dan just promoted you and then you can share your screen whenever you're ready.
Okay, great,
Welcome.
sorry, thank you. Sorry, let me open up my file.
You're right, Clary.
It's counterinstinctive or counterintuitive or whatever.
Not intuitive for me.
Oh,
This is the stuff I miss.
What?
Stuff on easels.
oh. Right. He used to have a big easel over there.
Big easel, big
Okay.
placards.
Yeah.
5.
And 7. No, sorry, 1 minute.
Problem. Thank you. There's an application to modify the garage opening at the front facade.
Yeah.
Modify and combine openings in the rear facade and reconstruct the rear facade and add a rooftop addition.
Where exactly is this?
35 West 83rd,
75.
Yes.
Between,
between
there you go. You're on time.
Yeah.
CPW and
And Columbus.
Columbus.
Okay,
Mid
that's
block, north side.
Very close.
but close to Columbus.
Closer to
Yes, closer
Columbus.
to Columbus.
Closer
Well, in the
Well,
mid
right,
block.
right in the middle, yeah.
Yeah, it was sort of middle,
on the.
on the north,
on
yeah,
the
on the
north
north
side.
side.
83rd,
Yeah.
of
North
eight-
side.
of
Yeah,
83rd.
sure.
Okay.
Come on, Jay, how long have you been in New York? You know that an odd number is north side.
It's always on
North,
the.
north.
Step downtown, not down in Tribeca.
Okay, should I begin? Okay, thank you. Hello, everybody. I'm Danny and I'm from the BC, the engineering office for the project. And our project location is at the 35 West 83rd Street, in between, the West, Central Park West. So it's in the upper west side of the historical district. It is a house, 20 by 80 dimension house, and it's built in the 1870s. Okay, so the proposal work is to for the reconstruction of the facade, replace the window, repair the corners, and repair the garage entrance door, and also like we're gonna make it a couple inch wider. That's the because obviously the client wish to fit their bigger cars in these days.
How many inches wider?
Around 10 inch. Yes, so the client he bought a couple, about 2 years ago. So which, wish to, obviously, do a gut renovation and put up a, addition on the rooftop, which is about, 700 square feet, of the, additional space. And then we study all the surrounding project, and we have like, similar type of project throughout the area.
You're over there with that
Okay, I'm
little
sorry.
purple arrow. That's you?
We are right here.
Yeah,
Yes, this one.
Yeah, the little
Yeah.
purple arrow.
Yes, correct. So these are the purple area is the previously project that did a similar construction repair request, which is addition, rooftop and also extension in the back. So for our project mainly is the reconstruction of the front facade and roof addition. There's no rear addition involved. And so the red line boxes that's where our project currently situated. And they are currently with a 3-story plus a basement and a cellar. This is the current picture of the building. So we tend to replace the all the window into Anderson window, which is the 400 series, which is a higher level of the model available. And we want to repair all the front stood and the arch of the entrance.
if I could just ask a question, co-chairs here. Often, and we much appreciate learning about all the aspects of the project, but sometimes we learn that some pieces of what you're describing are being reviewed at staff level and are not before us for our
Correct.
approval or not. So if, as you go through, I would appreciate if you could say which things are actually before us and which are I mean, the windows, for instance, is that a staff issue or is that before us?
Currently, the application has been submitted to the LPC, and the staff, James Silo, is a reviewer of the application. So, he's saying, we should come to the local community, let your approval first, and then will be go to his staff level approval. Since we are not doing major additions, so that's why I believe we don't need the public hearings in the landmark.
Last year?
Well, you say that you believe that this doesn't need a public hearing?
That's why I really, yeah.
But he doesn't know yet.
You don't know
Yeah.
yet, but it's
Waiting.
possible, I think you're saying that every aspect of it will not need a public hearing.
Mhm.
So you're coming to us, which we much appreciate, for just in case any parts of it
Okay,
do need, is that right? Do need
correct,
public
yeah,
hearing?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
We can do that.
In that case, let me ask you about the windows. The current ones look sort of dreadful.
Mhm.
Are the proposed windows, 1/1 double hung?
Yes,
And
yeah.
are they, what are they made out of? What is it?
So, aluminum clad over wood, and we're gonna use a hunter green color.
Hmm.
And then the corners will be also is a hunter green color as well. And we should have pictures and right here this.
So you would be painting the cornice? The existing cornice seems.
Repairing it.
Yeah, it's repairable and then we're gonna hang it over. Mhm.
Claire, I think it's
Yeah.
gonna be more productive if we
Okay.
let the gentleman go through his
Okay.
presentation, and then if we have follow-up questions, we can ask
Okay,
the
no, I got it. I
questions.
was trying to hear what is before us, maybe everything.
Okay,
Okay.
all right, thank you. So, what you can see now is, the level of the, repair work that involved in the front, facade, which is obviously repair all the stood stair with the brownstone, repair, and note that the entrance arches, everything will be brownstone color. And then the window header, and the window sill also is a brownstone color. And the window itself, it will be a hunter green color. And obviously the cornice. Okay, and the mainly another one is the garage or door replacement and the widening, 10-inch widening. So this, and this is the back of the building, and the back, we're gonna repair the brick facade. I mean, the old brickwork, because it's deteriorated right now, it's over like, it's not in a good shape, so we're gonna repair, but it's in a similar, design format.
But you're not extending it any further and.
No. Mhm. Right. So, and this is the roof condition right now. So, we did a mock-up already for the additions, and you will see in the slide later.
Did one of us have the?
Yeah, yeah.
sign?
Yep.
You saw, okay.
So, we're not gonna do much on the sidewalk, and we do have a curve cut, right now, so we're gonna remain. Okay, and so from this drawing, we can see the existing condition on the top, and the bottom is proposed conditions. And this is the back, and the back, we're gonna mainly to enlarge the bottom floor, the basement floor and the first floor with a enlarged windows. And these are the typical floor plans, which is I can just quickly go through. And I can show you the additional mock-up pictures.
Okay.
These are the proposed interior design plans. Well, so this is the material list for the proposed work. So on the additional floor, we proposed to with the metal a darker gray metal enclosure, which I also have the sample right here in front of us, and some of the proposed lighting in the front. And then also we do have a mechanical enclosure, which is on the very top of the additions. And these are all, everything's out of sight, from the sight line. Okay, and okay, this is side elevations. So from this drawing, we can see the sight line from across the street. And everything will be like blocked, you won't see anything. Okay, this is the typical window detail, which is required by the landmark committee that they want me to put in the drawing. And this is the proposal, the renderings. From this picture is the one-to-one markup pictures, and it's been reviewed by the landmark reviewer James Sulito.
Can you just go back to so the door surround, which is now white,
Correct.
is it gonna be painted?
No, we're gonna redo the entire brownstone cement. Everything will be restored.
I mean, a faux brownstone.
Yeah, correct. Because everything shifted, and we have to repair it down to the bones.
And right now it's brick or not?
Right now also brownstone.
It is
I don't
brownstone?
know, is it painted white, I guess,
Okay,
two others
Yeah, it
before,
looks-
yeah.
It looks
strange.
painted.
but yeah, okay.
So this is the mock-up pictures.
Matt just hand us up.
Yeah, Matt, you can just stop.
No, oh, wait, I just wanted to see a proposed facade, side by side, existing and proposed.
Okay, I can come back with that.
Not, yeah, not right this minute. Okay.
Okay, no problem. So, okay, this is across the street picture of the proposed work. So you do see like very tiny in the corner if you stand across the street. This is from across the street pictures. Yes, so you will see from right here, you'll see about 6 or 8, about 8 inch of the additions.
And just to be clear, that 8 inches, that's not solid, right? That's the railing, or is that?
Yeah, that's the valid. Yeah,
So-
probably.
So on this, it looks more visible than it actually is, right?
Which one? I'm sorry.
Like if you
It
go,
looks-
sorry, if you go back to the rendering, the axiometric rendering. Like there, like the railing, what we're seeing is the railing, right? We're not actually seeing, here, I'll show you.
Railing
Like
has-
when you said we see 8 inches,
You're talking about-
we're seeing this 8 inches of railing, or are we seeing 8 inches of the solid,
Actually, the solid part.
of the solid?
Yeah.
Okay.
For the very top above is not non-accessible, it's just, it's a rooftop. Typically, the welding, actually it's just for,
It's code.
yeah, yeah.
Code, yeah.
I mean, we can shorten down a little bit for this, it's a pipe
But what the
welding.
mock-up is showing is solid, not the railing.
Correct.
Okay.
Good question. Right.
Okay, this is the last slide for the presentation. Thank you.
Okay.
What's the garage door gonna look like? What's it made out of?
It's going to be
Stained wool.
It's a steel, but walnut color. It's a metal garage door. It's insulated metal.
Painted,
Uh,
painted still?
I think it's painted. I
Oh,
don't know if it's
or-
painted or not, but it's a steel, but in the walnut color.
In what color?
Walnut.
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 Yeah,
Very dark.
this one right here.
Ish, darkish red.
Darkish.
Like the yellow, right?
No, no, you're right.
The brown.
Not the one, it's not the one, this is the one.
Okay. This is existing pictures.
Can we just see the existing and the proposed side by side of the facade?
Sure.
Is the mock-up still there now?
No, we took it down.
Yes.
Yeah, because the winds and, yeah,
Yes.
we put it there like, last month, but we took it down.
Yes.
Yeah, I didn't,
But I went.
yeah, I didn't see
Of
it.
course, I didn't see anything, but I wasn't
Yeah.
sure if it was, because it wasn't there.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a heavy,
Yeah.
heavy
Yes,
being,
yeah.
okay, is this
That-
the,
The photo is of the mock-up also
okay, this
with,
is a fun,
with the back built fully too.
yes,
Okay.
yes, it's a full size markup.
Yeah.
Okay. So when appropriate, I have some questions.
Yeah.
Okay, at first I'd like to ask you about the rear,
Got the way,
because you've described it as rebuilding a deteriorated rear facade, so can we see that? So it is currently basement or garden floor and 3 stories above, all in the same plane, is that correct?
yes, currently it is, the lot is 80 feet and then the building is 20 by 60. So it's a, mhm.
Oh, so it's only a 20-foot your rear yard?
Yeah, because the lot only 80 feet
Yeah.
deep.
Yeah, yeah,
Mm.
interesting. Usually they're 100. But thank you, my question. That's helpful. The 4 stories that are there now in the rear facade are all in the same plane?
Yes. correct.
Okay, and you're not proposing to change that? Okay, but it is not just rebuilding the rear facade, it's a whole lot of fenestration changes. Is this, if I can ask, single family being turned into single family? Or
Correct.
both
Yeah,
both
single
ways?
family.
It'll help me to think about it. And at the front, then, so that is helpful to think about. At the front, did you look into setting the rooftop addition back a bit, as typically when we see rooftop additions, they are set back enough that very little, or if anything, is visible from public thoroughfares, not always, but usually. Yours seems to be relatively more visible than typically what we see, and that it arises from the fact, I think, that it's set back however many feet it is set back from the front. So have you considered setting it back a bit more?
Let's see, from So currently the fund, okay, maybe here's better. The fund we have, yeah, we do have 11 feet and one. No, I'm sorry, from the property line is 23, from the property line, front property line to the additions, 23 feet 1 inch. I believe this, pretty significant depth already, but because on our neighbor side also, they have a similar addition, before, so we just are aligning with them.
Has the neighbors been built already? Is it
Yeah.
in place? Yeah,
Mhm.
yeah. My other question has to do with
That's
the
11%.
the stoop. If you can show us, the stoop currently is a open metal railing. Am I right that that's not the original stoop, that was replacement railing for what had been a solid brownstone type of stoop?
We can go back to the very beginning, the
Sure.
historical pictures.
Yeah, that would be good. Yeah,
Yes, that at one point, it is solid and, yeah,
all right, so this is,
That's
I guess this is a
1940.
combination of a comment and maybe it's not even a question anymore. What troubles me most about this is with all the work that would be done and some good restoration work, is to leave this really very not right, open railing, replacement as opposed to, restoring the stoop. Glad to see the stairs are still there. And you are I can't remember what the application said, replacing the stairs with new, or what are you doing with the stairs?
reconstruction, restore the entire front stoop. Because it's really, everything's really broken. breaking
Restoring the
down.
stairs?
Yeah, the
Replacing the stairs with new, but like the old, or like the original, or
We restore, we're not gonna
restore, right?
Yeah,
Okay, so what bothers me about this, and I have a couple other comments when we get to comments, is just leaving that or replacing. I mean, the garage door is like, ugh, but, it is there now. Is not reconstructing an enclosed stoop, which I think would make a big difference here. It's the door itself, it is great that it's intact. Survived the creation of a garage. It's an interesting combination to have such an intact pediment and doorway and then that garage, but
Yeah.
I think it would be much enhanced and attention would be taken away from the garage. If the stoop were restored to its, to its solid masonry. Is that something that you've thought about?
Well, I just want to ask you about that. I assume that would require taking down that tree, right? Because that tree is right next to the stairs.
oh, which one, the one
Like
in the
that
front?
tree is where.
Oh,
the-
this one?
Yeah, wouldn't that tree have to get taken down
Oh.
if you built out the?
Yeah,
the
it
new
is,
wall?
it's dead already, that tree, it's already cut,
It's
Oh, it's
gone.
already gone.
yeah, it's gone, the tree is
Okay,
gone right
good
here,
question, it's gone.
yeah.
Hmm.
Right here. So we plan to, yeah, remove the tree, woods and everything.
Let me try just one more question if I could, guys. I'm very interested in the proposed green painted metal window frames. I'm a big fan of green windows. However, is there any historic precedent for green window enclosures in this area? Where'd you get the green?
Oh, actually, we got an idea for the
Matching-
next door,
Matching the corners, I got that.
yeah, the next door neighbor also. Yeah,
Next door neighbor has green.
yeah, yes.
Oh, I see.
Hmm.
Is there historic precedent? Other than next door?
I'm
In
not sure.
general, you're asking?
Well, in this building
I mean, there's
or in
certainly,
this block.
in a lot of the federal houses, green.
Yeah, but these
is-
are later.
is Pretty common.
I love the green windows, but I'm wondering,
Great. then
Whether
let's
they're
be
right
okay
here.
with The green window.
no, I love in general, but I've got green windows myself.
Yeah,
But
my
here I
brownstone has, and as always said, hunter green
Oh, yeah, Okay.
window frames.
Yeah, it's very popular color.
that's my questions.
I have
Questions?
just about the garage and what's the material in the tax photo? Is that glass?
Those
are
are windows.
Are
Like
they-
French doors.
Are they divided
Maybe that's pre-garage.
Jay,
Is that-
like weirdly, it's completely irrelevant, because obviously there was not a garage when this was built. And it was not how it looked when it was designated, so
There
we're
is a-
happy to,
There is a curb cut in the forties.
How
Yeah.
did it, how did
Interesting.
it look when it was designated?
that would probably be some photo from the eighties or nineties,
From that,
but we can't tell what it is. I mean, I think the idea of replacing it with wood is really nice, wood's always nice.
Yeah, and also we want to line up the garage door header as well, because right now it's not perfect. So we're gonna line up with the materials, masonry materials.
Yeah.
What makes you say that what's in the tax photo was not the way it was when it was
Cause
designated?
I don't think an 1870s row house would have a garage.
I mean, it was designated.
No, but
There is a code.
there's something there.
No, I know, but that photo on the left is 70 years after the house was built.
No,
No,
1940.
it's a 1940
Yes.
tax
The
photo.
house is from the 1870s.
No, I understand.
Yeah,
So,
That's
I'm
where they
saying-
put their horse.
They-
Yeah,
they
I'm
could-
saying
Yeah,
have
they
a-
could have put their horse carriage there.
wouldn't have happened.
Who knows?
would not have happened. Yeah, the garage opening is not original to the structure.
Correct, I believe that's true.
Okay,
So we can talk about how it was designated when this district was designated in the 90s. That would be a path we
and I
could go down.
assume we can also,
But I'm also saying
we
like,
can also give our opinion
yeah, we can say,
as to the proposed
yeah, exactly.
configuration and whether we think it's
Right.
appropriate.
I guess what I'm saying is
No
how,
matter what it was, when it was designated, when
Yeah,
it was built, or when the tax law.
but, well, the tax photo definitely cannot have a bearing on it, would be my point.
No, I know, but,
Yeah.
okay, never.
It's fun to know, but yeah. All right.
Other questions? Okay, any comments from the public? Okay, great. Yeah, you wanna start us off?
Yeah, overall, I think it's a good plan. I mean, I think the solid railings on the front stoop would be wonderful. I don't know if that's a condition of voting for it. But I agree that would really help it blend historically. And I think the rear facade is very similar, and for that matter, the rooftop addition, very similar to what we've approved in the past. Yeah, I'm okay.
Yes.
I have no problem with the rooftop addition. Or the rear facade. I agree with Clary. I think doing all this, that they call, whatever they're called, not called railings,
solid cheek wall.
solid.
Yeah.
Walls should be rebuilt in brownstone.
Chick walls.
And to me, that's a significant item in the
Yeah.
proposal. I think that regardless of the historical configuration, something more in keeping with the other elements of the front facade could be incorporated into the garage doors, something a little more ornate perhaps, or decorative, whatever term you want to use, but something that enhances the appearance more than solid doors. Solid painted steel doors. I'm not crazy about that.
Can we see the proposed door? Do you have something that shows that? Just curious.
Yeah, at one point, we also thinking maybe like a garage door with some small window on top or opening also. That's, yeah, yeah, we can do that definitely.
I think that would,
Yeah, just give some character instead of just a solid
Yeah.
wood door.
Yeah, I mean,
I think you're right.
for this kind of building and the design of the building, I think the garage doors need some ornamentation.
Similar to what it looked
Yeah.
like in the
Some-
1940s pictures
Okay.
that had a little bit more
Yeah,
of a.
something to give it a little
This is what it'll look like.
Mhm.
I looked up the model number,
Oh,
so it
okay.
has some.
Okay, well, that's,
So
that's
Some
helpful.
variation.
Yeah.
It has some more details. to
Can I
it.
just ask on that, though, I think we did questions, but is it definite that you need a metal door painted to look like
No, it's
wood
wood.
as opposed to a
It's-
wood door?
It's
Well,
wood.
It's metal.
No.
He said it's metal painted to look like wood.
Yeah, he said it was metal.
On the
Yeah,
plans, you
I
guys.
mean, definitely we can get the solid wood as well. There's just lots of option out there. Yeah.
Yeah, on the plans, it
Craft
says craft doors model 29,
29.
which is
And
wood,
which is solid
Okay.
wood.
which is a wood
Okay,
door.
but I think then
Okay.
what Denny has said to us is it gonna be metal painted to look like wood, so. Whatever,
I would incorporate that into the approval that it be wood.
Wood.
Okay, wood and
And a
with very,
suggestion for some more ornamentation.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
Okay.
so look, those would
Solid.
be my conditions and the cheek walls set
yeah, oh, yeah,
in
there are
brass.
knee walls and cheek walls, this is the cheek.
Okay,
If I could give my comments, and although in any order you want, guys, you could either of you or Matt.
Go for it, Larry.
Okay, so, I think Jay and I are very close to agreement and perhaps Kay as well, but I'm not sure I come out, I think I have so many problems with it, I don't think it turns into an approval. Because, I mean, my biggest problem is replacing this replacement metal railing with another open metal railing, and I think that not only is it appropriate, and to me, a deal breaker, if the sheet wall is not replaced with solid masonry, but I think the additional advantage of that would be that it would be kind of to take attention away from the unfortunate garage. And I don't even know what more to say about the garage, other than having it be wood rather than actual
Mhm.
painted metal is a good thing.
Mhm.
And, but I assume we're not getting rid of the garage, so it's gonna be there. I also will say, just generally, having spent an afternoon at a long time at LPC on Tuesday, I suspect LPC is gonna have a lot of input on this one. And probably, I hope, it's similar to our own on this one. With regard to the rear, it is, I think, unfortunate that it is now entirely coplanar four-story, existing four-story rear facade, because it would be much better if some setback had been retained with the top floor, but it's gone. So,
Oh, we do have private setback. No.
no, I don't mean on the
roof.
addition, I mean on the
Oh, I
the
see.
existing
Okay.
facade, but it's already in a single plane. I am not, the change in fenestration back there, hey, it's, not good for the donut, but it's not very different, if at all, from many that we've approved, so
Yeah.
I'm okay with fenestration. But I'm not happy with the idea that this is so visible, from public thoroughfares. As I said, we have a lot of these applications for rooftop additions, and generally, they are either not visible at all or much less visible from public thoroughfares. And you got this whole house, I would think there are ways to set back the proposed rooftop addition further than this is, that there is either zero or very limited visibility. So to me, there are enough problems here that I'm not ready to vote yes. With a lot of comments, I have to say no.
Okay, thank you, Matt.
I agree about the knee walls on the steps, but the garage, I think, should be minimalized, not fake wood that contrasts with the brick, something that'll blend into that brick as best as possible, no ornamentation, and just sort of minimize that. I agree if they could push that rooftop addition is a little overreaching, if they could push that back a little bit, but otherwise, it looks okay to me. But the knee wall, definitely, I think we should emphasize that.
I just want to say on the knee wall, like, I don't think it's our I don't think it's our position to. I think we can say, like, hey, it'd be great, but they're not proposing to, do anything other than replace what's already there. So we kind of, to me, I think that it would be, out of our role to say we're adding.
It could be a
scope to your
recommendation.
project.
Well, maybe we could also talk to the owner about that. Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm just saying, I don't
realize-
want to, I'm happy to say if you guys want to put it as a recommendation, but I'm not I would be uncomfortable if we made it contingent.
I'm not sure that your position is I understand it and,
Thank you.
but I'm not sure it's
Yeah, I
necessarily
disagree.
true, Adam, when it's a whole bunch of front facade stuff, it's windows. It's the garage door. It's, a lot of, other restoration. It's replacing or restoring the steps. And so, to me, the restoration or not of the cheek wall is part of a package. And I'm not certain that you're correct. We can't.
I think I mean, we can do whatever we want.
Yeah.
But I think that asking someone to reconstruct something that's not existing is a big ask.
Well, my opinion is that if what is there, what is inappropriate or was inappropriate and can be replaced with something that we deem appropriate, it's perfectly appropriate to do that.
Yeah, it's fine to do it. I'm just saying it would have to be like, we
But there's a lot-
recommend that the applicant take a look at this, not contingent on them doing
Oh,
this.
Well,
Because of the
I-
condition
I-
that
what-
designation.
What I'm saying is if there's in any renovation,
Mhm.
reconstruction, if something that's there is inappropriate and it's being replaced, it should be replaced with
And
something.
the assumption is that that
that-
initial replacement
that
did not
we
go through an
deem-
approval process. It was
Was-
just.
Well, it was done legally
It-
before it was.
It's legally, but not through the.
Oh, we're not talking
Yeah.
about legally
Yes,
now, we're
yeah.
talking about
Well, let's not-
aesthetics,
So,
appropriateness.
so Jay, I think what you're saying is, this is what I would say, is that we could, should we choose to do so, disapprove this package. Because among whatever other reasons we may individually have, the railing is being replaced with another open metal railing proposed rather than a cheek wall. I think you're saying we could choose, if we should choose to, and vote that way, to deny for that among other reasons.
Well, I don't wanna get into the.
I mean, I think we could, but.
The age-old discussions about approve unless
Yeah.
versus disapprove,
yeah.
so, I mean, they're basically doing the facade over and all of that's good.
Yeah.
And there
Forget
is an
the word
assumption that with
appropriate,
all
but
of
that-
the investment that it
good.
could be on the table.
So
Yeah.
I would prefer to do a general, I'm comfortable with generally approving the project if
I'm with Jay.
the following.
Yeah,
is-
if they do this or if they take a look at it. Because
No,
I think the idea of telling them to
For-
reconstruct something that we don't know what it looked like is a big ask, and I don't know if it's
Well, we
appropriate.
know what the check wall, like,
In
We know what it
1940,
Looked like, yeah.
okay,
yeah, but in 1940, it was 70 years old.
okay,
Oh, but.
but it was still more appropriate in nineteen
Well, and
forty,
but it looks
than
like
the
all the
railing.
others that were built in 1870 and are still there.
yeah.
I mean, there are very few brick Italianate row houses on the Upper West Side compared to the number of Italianate brownstones.
True,
And I don't think there are any, I mean, I don't know. We
this
could
is,
look at the
this
plan.
is almost a hybrid of.
Yeah.
Of Italianate.
And it's quite early.
And
for the Upper
federal,
West- It's early for the Upper West Side.
but it is what it is, but
Okay,
so.
I mean, yeah,
Can Jay
So-
verbalize his proposal?
I say, I would approve it. On condition that with the following elements, which is the brownstone cheek wall on the front.
What about the setback on the roof?
I mean, personally, if that were the only, whatever you want to call it, it doesn't disturb me enough to disapprove it. Yes, it's a small element of visibility. I mean, certainly if it can be recessed further, I'm happy to recommend it if it's feasible. To do it so that it's not visible, but that degree of visibility doesn't disturb me enough, certainly to disapprove it.
so just, okay, we'll come back to that. So Madge, you would only vote in favor of this if we require a new wall on the stoop?
Yes.
And that's you, and that's you.
Yeah,
I also believe that the stoop should be rebuilt, but I'm comfortable with a strong suggestion, as opposed to, you
can I
know,
have something of our?
Can I just
condition.
finish asking Kay?
Yeah,
And Kay?
Yeah, I mean, as I phrased it originally, it's a recommendation.
Yeah.
Okay. Yes,
Can I ask
yes.
So
We
we're-
seem to
we're on
have,
the same
and
page.
this is wonderful, a presenter who seems to reflect some degree of willingness on the part of the owner to think about some of our suggestions. You don't have a date before LPC, do you? Well, I'm wondering,
I don't, I mean, if you, it's up to the applicant to, based on this, they can choose to come back, but I would
I
prefer to
understand.
come have a resolution and
I'm
allow
not
them to
saying
move
we-
forward.
demand that, but I'm wondering if we could ask the applicant, if he's a representative of the applicant, if he's comfortable discussing some of these suggestions
Well, I think that,
and then coming back to us again.
I
If
mean,
not, then we're,
then we will not have a resolution, which would be
that would be
fine.
correct. If.
I don't think that's a good idea. I would rather pass a resolution asking them to look at these things rather than have them get nothing here and then decide to go anyway.
I assume you don't have the authority to
Yeah.
agree or disagree. You'd have to go back with any
Well, I-
recommendations to
Actually,
your client.
yeah, at one point, I did discuss the front stoop with the client because it was a discussion also with the LPC. We found the 1940 historical picture, we saw it.
Right.
And then, I believe we can do the accommodation to change the chick wall. If we
Good.
come to.
That would be great.
That'd be fantastic.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
That would really.
one
But
item.
that's somewhat less than a
disposed
commitment.
Okay, so let me share my
Better than
screen and
very
let's try to draft something.
So,
Right.
yeah, so we can reflect an agreement to
Yeah,
replace the, whatever you want, cheat wall, meat wall, brownstone wall, side wall,
I'm intrigued by the cheek.
stoop wall.
An areaway, it's typically knee because that's how high it is. When it's the side of a stoop,
Well,
it's
yeah.
typically cheek because that's how high it is.
But there's no.
My cheeks are.
yeah.
I cheat.
I suspect your cheeks aren't brownstone.
Well, I don't think so. Cute as they are.
No comments.
Okay, so I added that the replacement garage door currently proposed to be wood is appropriate to the historic district. That the building as it appears in the 1939 tax photo had a solid brownstone cheek wall. Therefore, be it resolved that Community Board 7 recommends approval of the garage opening on the front facade, new rooftop addition, and reconstruction of the rear facade as appropriate to the building in the historic district if the stoop's existing metal railing is replaced with a stone or stucco wall.
Stoop apostrophe S and,
Can
Oh,
we,
sorry,
can, oh,
and isn't it a 1940 tax photo or is it 1939?
So, 1940.
I mean, it's 39.
Adam, are we comfortable in saying that the applicant has agreed?
No,
To the
yeah, I was
cheek
gonna
wall?
say, if the applicant agrees to
Well,
examine.
the applicant has
Yes,
agreed.
agreed, yes.
To examine.
Just not examine to replace.
You, that's what you want? You wanna, you
No.
want to agree to replace it?
Yeah, I
Yeah,
think most of
yes.
us do,
Great.
yeah.
No, I'm not asking you, Clary, I'm asking the applicant.
Danny.
Yeah, no.
Mr. Wu?
No,
What do you
Adam, yeah,
think?
he said he agreed. to
Yes,
it.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, and again, I specifically asked him if he has,
Yeah,
you know, that
Yeah, I agree on
Say
behalf
so.
of my client.
on behalf of his client, because I
And you don't have to
understand.
say replace twice.
Yeah, wait,
sorry.
you have to give him a break because he's
Oh,
editing as we're
yeah.
speaking, yeah.
okay, great.
As
Yeah,
a pro-
perfect. Great.
Hold on a second, Adam. In the historic district, if the applicant agrees to replace the stoop's existing metal railing with a solid, I believe we should say,
Yes, that makes.
stone or stucco
Knee wall.
walls,
Cheek wall, yeah.
cheek walls,
Obviously with a metal handrails.
I would take out the A, right?
Yes, presumably it's two also. Okay,
Okay,
are we good?
I-
perfect.
Can we somehow state the agreement in the affirmative rather than a condition
If agrees.
Yeah,
And
'cause-
and note that the applicant has agreed
There you go.
to replace the stoops existing with solid.
Great.
Good, that's better, thank you.
Okay, hold on just a
love it.
second about that. Would we call it minimally visible? I think it's more moderately visible. I don't think it's minimal.
I think it's minimally visible.
It's as per the landmark
Yeah.
guideline, we say within 16 inch is minimum
Yeah.
visibility. Okay.
Yeah, and in
Okay.
any event, I agree with Adam, I think it's minimal.
Does someone want to call a question?
Call the question.
Okay, all in favor?
Here.
Okay, see Madge on line 2, it passes 6-0-0-0.
No,
No, I know
Sorry.
it doesn't.
I
No,
wasn't even looking, I
I'm
was looking
sorry,
at, sorry, so it passes,
No, that's all right, Adam, but
Yeah.
I am not comfortable with the resolution, with the, how we propose to deal with the rooftop addition, so I'm gonna have to.
okay,
no.
so 5-1-0-0.
Okay.
Sorry about that, Clary, I was
Okay.
just looking at Madge. and I was
That's
like,
okay, it's okay.
Thank you very much.
Okay,
Thank
Great.
you, good luck.
thank you.
Thank you.
All right,
Anthony.
okay.
Thanks for bringing everything. Hi, and we have,
On 40
Jonathan
West
and
Eighth.
Sina are, Jonathan, you're here. Is anyone from your team online, Elon or Thomas? No.
I will go online.
Okay, perfect.
Once I connect the Wi-Fi.
But no guests on Zoom. Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Good night, everybody.
night.
Okay. That's a title for-
Is this your pen or somebody's pen?
No, I have mine. Thank you.
Then upper.
Some more bricks.
That's probably Danny's, yeah.
It's always nice to see something.
That's for, yeah.
What's the Wi-Fi? It was. That's the password, that's the password.
It's very,
37 now.
yeah.
So the-
Oh, I wrote it down right there. Is it still there?
37, what's the actual
the name of
Wi-Fi, or the name of the Wi-Fi?
It's backup. 77 backup.
Backup.
Oh, I know that's. And then that's the servers. I'm like, why?
Yeah, you were
I
learning,
don't know why there's not like 10 pages right around here, you know?
yeah. It's
I do
not
a
like
lot of-
anyone's
You
hanging.
do a
out
lot of
on pages.
laminating this month. I'm on the admin.
All right,
All right, thank you, thank you.
everybody can hear me?
Yeah,
People over Zoom.
yeah, they can hear you.
Whatever.
We just need to promote
Oh,
you.
now I'm gonna promote Sina as well. Would you like me to promote? Yeah, I'll promote Sina. Oops. And. Hi Quentin, how are you? Yes, he has a quick question. You had your hand up?
Hey there, can you hear me?
Yes, how are you?
All right. Hey guys, I don't know if my video is coming through. Although if it isn't, lucky you guys.
It's not.
Well, then you're welcome, everybody. But just want to say, hey, I've got to run in a couple of minutes, but did want to say I'm glad I could make it to this. Been
Great, thank you
listening
for
in,
being here.
of course, and yeah, I mean, I'll be speaking to some of you probably this upcoming week. But in the meantime, just wanted to come in and say hi and say also thank you before I head on out.
Great, thank you so much.
Quentin, did, I have an irrelevant question. Was your grandfather Robert, Bob?
Oh
Robert?
boy. Yes, he was.
I knew him back in the day.
No way.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Well, there you
I
go.
like him. Hope he was a good guy. He seemed like it to me. Anyway.
Well, I can tell you this, relevant to the committee. He's no longer with us. He died a few decades ago, and in violation of everything that I think landmarks and probably the Parks Committee would stand for, his ashes were scattered in Central Park. So,
Oh, boy.
Many have done it.
well, long enough now. I can, I don't think anyone's gonna hold it against him.
Limitations.
Yeah, okay, thank you.
Thank you, Quentin.
Anyway,
Excuse me.
thank you guys. Super appreciate it, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Quentin works for Eric Botcher's office.
Yes.
He's from Eric Botch's office. Quentin.
So your new state senator, anyone with
Yeah, I
any?
know Quentin Botcher is. I mean, who, Eric Botcher is, but I didn't know Quentin Halpern. I remember Robert. Yeah.
There you go. Anything Eric Botcher and or state senate related, please come send us a message. I don't think there's a chat, but our email is botcher@nysenate.gov. So not imaginative, but easy to remember.
I like
Thank
to
you.
April Fool's Day.
All right.
Oh my
Thanks.
God. That's because you didn't have to answer all the emails.
Thanks,
All right.
thanks, Quentin.
Thank you, guys.
Getting started with the application.
There we are.
All right. Hello, everyone.
Hello.
My name is Sina from Datum Studio.
Thanks, guys.
I'm the design architect for 140 West 88th Street. I'm here with my client Jonathan and his son.
Brought my 16-year-old too.
Perfect. Hard questions. but-
At 16, you're eligible to join community board 7.
Yes, you are.
This might scare him away though. So our application for this community board hearing is about the penthouse and bulkhead addition we are proposing, as well as the rear yard extension. We are not touching the front facade, that's getting approved at staff level, and we are just preserving what's there. So we are here with the arrow you can see, sort of at the edge of the historic district border, and these are the tax photos. Starting with the block plan, we are proposing a penthouse, so that's what I will talk about first before getting to the rear yard. The penthouse and bulkhead, and you can see sort of similar heights. The light blue shows this is a 3-story plus basement cellar building, and we are adding a 4th story. So the blue you see around the block is the 4th story, and the sort of dark green, mossy green is the bulkhead, 5th stories around the block. So there's plenty of penthouses. Not so many bulkheads because that's a recent DOB requirement, I guess. This is a 3D view of the block from the northwest side versus our building here. We have a very similar sort of example on the left of it. And right across us, there's a building that's a story higher. And we also have a large building here, which I believe it belongs to a society. This is the other sort of side of the view from the street, what you would basically, like if you were to look up from the area. These are just some examples of the height conditions around the block. For example, the 4 is the building I pointed right across us here. That's a story higher. You can sort of see what it looks like when we see it from our building. And I'm kind of calling out all the sort of larger four story additions around the block here. Right next to us, there is a, I don't want to call it a penthouse, but almost like a greenhouse at the roof that we are adjacent to. And the ninth is actually the building that's really similar to us, that's here. We are right here. They have a penthouse and a balcony. This is the existing front facade. We are the orange building. It needs building. Nobody really touched this building since 1980, so it's really decaying. You'll see the rear facade pictures. The front facade is also really old, in a really poor condition. Again, this is not the topic. We are just restoring this. And I will also mention that Jonathan actually did 136 West 88th Street before and restored the front facade, which is this building. So we are proposing the same for that front facade version. But getting into the roof, what we are proposing here is our penthouse with sort of a large window door assembly and a bulkhead with railing and parapet. These are some general construction details, and this is the front rendering. So we have a mock-up that I'm going to show in a second, and that's showing the penthouse and the bulkhead addition. This is the section of our existing building on the left corner and our post section on the right. You can see from the view from the street, we don't really see the penthouse, and you don't really see the bulkhead either. What you see is kind of the flue extension of the neighbor, which we have to extend the flue of the neighbor because it's adjacent to our penthouse. It's not our flue, but that's kind of the only thing that you can see. The axonometrics show sort of the proposed and the existing volumes. The dark gray is what we are proposing at the rear and the roof level. This is the mock-up picture from the roof, just to give you sort of like a sense of what this volume looks like. The right side is the front facing side, the street facing side, and the rear is at the back. So we are kind of pushing the penthouse into the top floor area and hiding it with the existing cornice. And on top of that, we built the front wall of the bulkhead for the mock-up. This is again the same mock-up picture, but from looking from front to the back. And this is from the other side. And you can see the neighboring flue here, their chimneys right here, right adjacent to our penthouse. Their active flue, we will extend 3 feet above our parapet. So that's what we are showing here. And the mock-up pictures you're going to see shows this whole sort of chunk of the neighboring chimney, but we are going to only extend the flue within the chimney.
Can I just ask one quick question? What exists today on the mock-up is the flue extension?
What exists here is the mock-up shows the whole volume of the chimney, but we are only going to extend the white sort of area.
When I walked by.
Yeah.
And took photos.
Yeah.
There is one very tall,
Yes.
very forward.
That is the.
That is the flue.
that is
It's
the-
not the
Yes.
further wall. It's
No,
not the
no.
bulkhead wall.
That's
Okay, it's
exactly
the
what it
flue.
is.
Okay.
It's the flue, it's the neighboring
Got it.
chimney.
Thank you.
Well, in that case, what is this huge rectangular solid in the middle in this?
This is our bulkhead, so
Is it stair bulkhead or
it's the stair
elevator?
bulkhead. It's the bulkhead that we are like, obligated to do, as the DOB requirement, but it's this top volume.
Yeah.
So the front wall of that's what you're seeing here.
But the mock-up that exists physically today, you only have two things that are physically on the roof at this particular moment, if we walked by.
This is,
Yeah,
this is the
That's-
bulkhead.
that's the
and this is
bulkhead.
the chimney.
okay,
Yeah.
got it. So the
So-
bulkhead
Yeah,
Got it.
so
Thank
all
you.
of this exists, we still have this.
Cause I thought it was the opposite side.
The lower thing you're saying
Yeah.
is the bulkhead and the tall thing is
The tall thing is the chimney. Okay, so the chimney is to the east, excuse me, to the,
Northwest.
Yeah.
it's to the west.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you're looking from across the
Yeah.
Yeah,
street,
here we go.
the
Here we go.
tall
It's,
chimney
it's the west side,
is
yes,
to the west. The,
yes.
this, whatever this.
In the mock-up, it looks like
Yes.
it's to the
And
east. but it's
that's-
'cause it's
this
reversed.
is
Yeah,
what?
Got it.
Yeah,
Look
no,
up.
exactly.
Yep.
The same photos are.
So
Yeah.
that's the
Yeah.
chimney extension,
So that's the chimney extension.
so,
Yeah, but I don't see
It's
what
right,
I've got.
it's right here.
Oh, there it is, in that corner. No, it's it's on
Yeah,
the left side.
This is
That one
the,
right there.
this piece here,
Yeah, no,
that's the
and that's on
bulkhead.
the left.
yeah.
yes,
That's the bulkhead?
Yeah.
that's the top of the bulkhead, yes.
Yeah, I mean, that's
Yeah,
what's
yeah, it's the
visible.
bulk, yeah,
Yeah.
it's the bulkhead.
Yeah.
So the bulkhead and the chimney from 1 to 3 to 4 to 4, starting from the left being 1. The visible area is within the block. And most of what's visible is the flue extension. There is only like 2 points. This is the picture 2. So when you're standing here, you see the bulkhead. And then picture 3 is right next to it. It disappears. And we're in picture 1, it also disappears. So there is a singular, like very little area where you can see the bulkhead. But the flue extension, the front neighboring flue extension is visible from the street largely. So
So
this is
that, the flue extension is visible for the entire block.
Yeah,
for the, in,
On the north side. If you're looking
Mhm.
from the north side across the street to your building,
Yes,
the flue extension is visible. I walked it
yes,
down the entire block.
it is visible.
Is that required?
Yes, it's not our flue. We have to extend it. It's neighboring. flue
That's
and
a
it's
neighbor.
active. Yeah,
And is
if
it on-
you're gonna do the
on their
extension, you
property
have to.
Or
do
on
it.
your property?
Yeah.
it's part, it's the chimney, like the joint part.
Oh, okay.
It's on the party wall?
But no matter what, if it's within 10-foot radius of
Yeah.
anything we construct, we have to extend it.
And how large is the flue?
It's just like a typical, it's 6 inches to 4 inches, I
And
would say.
it's metal.
What material, yeah.
We will extend it in the cladding material, same as this material.
So it's kind of a matte metal?
Yeah, it's a bronze, it's a medium bronze, so this
Oh, okay.
material in the
So it's
rendering,
not a shiny.
like you can see here, this is the glue we are going to extend. So
Looks a
that's-
lot better there than in.
Yeah.
I know, because the mock-up shows their whole chimney width,
Yeah.
but what we are extending is only the active
Mhm.
venting area
Yeah.
within that whole chimney.
Ah,
So
makes such a big difference.
All
It
right.
is so big.
I
And
know.
also won't be painted orange.
No, yeah, no,
Yeah.
it's made to like notice, so that you notice it from the
All right,
screen.
well, that's,
That solves that.
I
for me.
wanted to clarify that because it is drastically visible, so I
Yeah.
realized that.
yeah,
So,
with the mock-up the way it is, it's shocking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but it'll probably
In
look like,
reality, it's not.
it'll
so
be like
shocking.
3 2x4s painted.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
Okay, good.
All right.
so this is from the other side of the streets, 5, 6, 7, starting from left being 5. You can see how the blue is visible. And when you get to the end of the street, it's no longer visible. So the farthest point you see is that. And again, when we actually extend it, you will not really notice this, but because of this orange color and because it's so chunky looking right now, you can see it from even that
Yeah.
far. So getting to the rear facade, this is the existing rear facade. It's kind of in a decaying condition. A lot of the windows are missing and there are boarded up openings. What we are proposing is to rebuild the rear facade and extend the width to the full width of the rear yard. So this is on the left is our existing sort of facade demolition plan. and then the right is our proposed plan, so we are keeping the same depth, we are keeping the 30-foot depth. We are just extending the existing rear extension all the way along the property line.
But maintaining a setback at the fourth floor.
Yes, we are maintaining the fourth floor openings, we are maintaining the fourth floor facade. This is the existing fourth floor facade. Rear, we are maintaining the core bulk brick on top. There is a gutter here that we are going to have to remove, and we propose to add another layer of brick on top of it. But other than that, we are keeping the openings, we are going to replace with a new door and a new window. And we will have this face brick on there.
So when you say another layer of brick, this is actually brick that's painted that we're looking at?
It's stucco.
It's stucco on top of brick or it's stucco?
Yeah, it's stuck on top of brick. The neighboring facades, you can see they are all sort of painted brick right now. It's brick, but it's painted. For some reason, this one has a stucco layer over it. So we will remove the stucco layer and keep everything else and new base brick finish on it. So that it's not super thick and doesn't protrude farther than the neighbors.
You're saying the replacement will be painted brick?
It will be this brick.
Face brick,
This
oh, so it's not actually bricks, I mean, it's bricks, but it's not,
It's
it's
we
face brick.
have
Yeah.
this brick comes both as full brick and face brick. We are gonna use full brick at everything we construct, and on the existing facade we are keeping, we'll use face brick, so because of the thickness of the wall. So that we don't add that extra brick thickness to it. I'll get to the renderings in a bit. These are just our proposed facade opening details. This is the rendering from the rear, so this would be the face brick, it's the same brick as this. This will be the full brick. The same facade openings remain, and we have planters over the cornice with a 3-foot setback for the penthouse as DOB requirement, so we're just gonna show that like a crown with planters. And that's the penthouse edition that we see from the mockups. These are proposed materials, the brick.
Yeah,
Cuts here, same as the metal cladding, the medium bronze color. The sort of, we will add we have a magnolia tree, which I think is special. So we to play with the colors of that, will we use a sort of accent stone as window header and sill? That's in a similar sort of pinkish color, it works with the brick and the metal cladding. And these are our proposed floor plans, just for you to have a sense of. This is the roof plan of the dimensions and the setbacks.
What are the dimensions of the proposed rooftop?
So we are setting the penthouse front wall of the penthouse back by 12 feet from the building cornice. And then we have a stair bulkhead that's about 13 feet wide. And we are extending it about 8 foot width, keeping a 6 foot FDNY side safety path. And we are keeping a 3 foot setback at the rear for the penthouse. So the overall penthouse dimension is about 41 foot. And that's my presentation.
Let's go to Madge on Zoom. Any questions?
No, I don't have any questions. It looks pretty good to me. Especially
Lauren?
the roof side.
Okay, if match has none, is that magnolia tree there now, or are you proposing the magnolia?
It
tree?
is there.
Gets
yeah.
enough sunlight? Great.
Yeah, it's
Uh-huh. And the current, what you're showing there, I think, is a non-permeable, although there may be,
wood fence, yeah.
no, not to my, well, actually, what wood fence? That's interesting. The fence is over there. Oh, that,
Along the rear, yeah.
along the river, but the pavement, it looks like a non-permeable
No,
backyard. What is that surface?
pea gravel, We'll just put gravel here. We're
Oh.
not touching really the soil remains.
Oh, okay, I'm glad to hear that. It looked to me as if it was pavers and we,
It's good.
we encourage, permeable,
No,
backyards.
no, yeah.
Okay,
We'll keep
um,
that.
the other question I had, oh shoot, what was it? With the penthouse, you're showing the planters in a 3-foot setback, you said? So does that make an actual, terrace or,
No, we have to, again, this is a Department of Buildings requirement to keep a 3-foot setback.
yeah,
So it's not an accessible terrace, it's a non-occupiable terrace. We are just proposing planters to make it sort of pretty and pleasant to look from inside out. To service it, you'll be able to go out, but this is not an occupiable area.
so, okay, so they're doors, they're windows, but
Yeah,
not a
they
door.
are
Not a,
casement
yeah,
windows.
from on the penthouse level and below that is a door and a window on the
Hmm.
currently setback, originally
Yes,
setback.
this is the original facade we are keeping
I
with
got
the
it.
door
Thank you.
area. And
Okay.
basically everything else is new like the rear.
Right, okay. Thank you.
Okay, any questions?
Pretty happy with it.
No.
Jay? Jen?
No.
Me?
I think-
Okay.
Thank you.
Anyone in the room want to testify, or if you're on Zoom and want to testify, would you raise your hand? Okay, seeing that no one wants to testify, I'm happy to start. I think once we solve this problem of the highly visible flue, that in fact it will be much smaller. I have
Yeah.
no problems with this application.
Agreed.
Good. Madge?
Agreed.
Okay. Great. Clary?
Well, I mean, I think I will vote in favor, although with the comments that I just hate to see this increasing amount of incursion into our donuts with the full with extensions and with the radically changed fenestration that really makes substantial changes to the appearance of our classic row houses. But this set of features, design features is, I think, within the realm of what we have otherwise approved. And taking their word for it, or the word of those who looked at mock-ups, that it will not be visible from a public thoroughfare, I can vote yes.
Okay, great. So the only change that I had made from what was drafted, in addition to Clary's edits, is I just added that the proposed neighboring flue extension is visible from the public thoroughfare, because
It is.
it
Well,
is.
it is.
But otherwise, does this resolution work for folks? I'll give folks
Yes.
a chance to read through it. And then I would suggest we vote. I can make it bigger.
Take out the of, the last one.
Sorry, help me.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's my mistake.
Yes.
Like what we're saying.
Okay,
Sounds like
Yeah,
what we're
I
saying.
vote.
okay, someone call a question? Okay, great. All in favor? Okay, it passes 6-0-0-0. Thank you so much.
Do you have a calendar date with? Yeah,
No,
Okay.
we'll get that.
okay, we'll bring it to our.
Wise design.
I'll make that. Think of it.
Thank you so much.
Sounds like we're done.
Thanks.
Yep.
Thank you. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
That's great.
Thank you, Adam.
Okay. Now back to work. Too much work to do today. Did we end the meeting? Okay, motion to adjourn, or does anyone have anything to add?
I guess I
Yeah.
would say that
Yeah.
Madge and I, both, not only submitted written testimony, but attended the LPC hearing on Tuesday, where we both opposed, primarily the elevator bulkhead at 3 Riverside Drive. And we found that, the members of the commission had many problems with the proposals for Riverside Drive, one of which was the elevator bulkhead. And they did not take an action. They basically told the designer to go back and look at a lot of things.
Yeah, I thought it was interesting because they had a lot of problem with the knee wall. They didn't like the knee
Yeah,
wall.
the knee wall had its own issues.
They
and-
didn't
and
like-
the railing.
They didn't like the railing. They didn't, one of the commissioners didn't like the window, but on the elevator, they said exactly what we said. Cause we said like, we think this should be shorter and the committee, they sent it back and also
But
said
they
it. So I
also
feel like
said-
we did a nice
There are a
job
number
there.
of,
They also agreed with Kay that it should be made of brick.
Ah, there we go.
But there are a number of architects on the LPC, and some of them seem to say there may be ways to do the elevator without having any bulkhead, but they, you know, they didn't get there.
Yeah, hydraulic would be hard because it's so high, but yeah, no, I thought, it went about as how I thought it would. And I thought that, it's always nice when they agree with us, so.
Well, I don't think they did.
Well, we passed a resolution saying that we approve it, but we think the elevator should be shorter.
I don't think
So-
that's what you passed.
I mean, okay.
You just
Um,
approved.
Nothing
just
new on
approved
West
it.
Park?
It came in as an approval from the board.
Right.
Nothing on West Park, no.
No, I haven't seen anything on West Park, although Gail, where was Gail the other
Yeah.
day?
Yeah.
At our
full
full
board,
board
she
meeting,
Yeah,
saying
she
she was
said-
optimistic about it. You know,
Yeah.
I sort of started to feel that kind of vibe from LPC, what we've seen, but, you know.
Yeah. Motion to adjourn.
Here, here.
Okay.
I think LPC is stalling.